Today, I want to talk about how a single YouTube channel made me $7.7 million. And you've never heard of this channel likely. You've never heard of me. And I'm going to break down the exact step-by-step process that we use to turn a single YouTube channel into a multi-seven-figure per year profit business. So first thing I want to focus on here is that most YouTube advice is focused on views, subscribers, and ad revenue. If you want to be a YouTuber and if you want to build a channel for just building a brand for the sake of it, for having an audience to potentially sell them nothing and just have a viewership, that is one way to look at it. But all the YouTube gurus typically land in that category, focus on those three metrics, which doesn't matter. Here's the truth. None of that matters if you're selling info, coaching, or consulting. So if that is you, if you are an info business owner, you're a coach, you're a consultant, just like me, you need to be following this advice because this is how we were able to make millions of dollars using this process, not listening to what the YouTube gurus say about thumbnails and click-through rate and all this stuff. That's great, but their goals are different. If your goals are to sell more info, sell more consulting packages, sell more coaching programs and clients, then you need this advice. So what matters is having videos that consistently attract qualified clients who are ready to invest. Seems simple, right? Kinda. The issue is that all the advice you're going to find is literally focused on getting you views, subscribers, and ad revenue, not clients. So you need to really look at the mental model of how you even got there and how all the advice you see and the stuff you're seeing trending across YouTube and all these videos and all these different, gurus in the space, that is what they're focused on. So it's very simple. And we're going to break down this here throughout this whole video. It's going to be a longer video. This is not a video that's going to be quick. This is not a 5-minute video. This is probably more like a 30 to 60-minute video. We're going to get really into the weeds here and how to actually make this happen for you in your business. So there's just 3 types of YouTube videos that you've ever made that generate the 7.7 million in revenue. 3 types of videos. We're going to break all these down here. And that's all you need. It's not about having fancy thumbnails. It's not about having, all this shit that people talk about that you need in your business, especially for your channel. I promise you, we never did any of that. You don't need that. You don't need all the fancy stuff. What you need is a proven strategy and a way to get viewers that turn into buyers. Perfect. So if you're following me here, let's keep rocking. So you're probably wondering, who the fuck am I? Who am I? Why have you never seen my face? Why have you never heard of me? I don't see your channel. Your channel's not big, all this stuff. So let me break down the backstory and we'll use this as an example as I go through the video. So we built the Adam and for YouTube channel, which is the channel in a blogging, SEO, kind of affiliate marketing niche that we built over the years. And we had, along with that, our info and coaching business, which are some of our products were Blog Growth Engine, Blog Growth Accelerator, and Income Blueprint. I'll dive into these later and explain how it's relevant. But that was a multi-7-figure per year in profit business. This is a purely organic content business. This was all it was. And this was a much, much larger business that appeared, did over 10+ million in revenue. This is a big business for quite a long time. And I was the CEO of that business and Adam's business partner from day one. So he was the face of the brand and I was on building and driving the business from behind the scenes. I highly, highly recommend this combo if you can find the right partner. This was killer. This is such a good combo that we had for years. And this is the reason we're able to build such a big business is partly because I was able to understand how to systematically create videos and Adam was able to be the face of the brand. We were able to build this content system, which I'll be showing you here. And it was a system. It wasn't just Adam randomly making videos. It was him and I systematically finding a way of how can I take my expertise, knowledge, and skills and transfer it to him so he could then make the videos, be the face of the brand, and we can grow the business from there. So that's where we were able to build that. I was the architect behind the YouTube, the marketing, the biz strategy, all this stuff over the years. So in the 3 years, generated 10+ million in revenue for info products and coaching. And that was at a 70% margin. So this is a super lean and efficient business. It probably could have been closer to 80 to 85. We did a bunch of fun stuff. So big team trips to Vegas, bought the team a bunch of watches, gifts, trips. I decided to spend a lot of money on fun and actually growing the culture of the team and the business. So realistically, our cost of goods sold on actually operating margins were probably much higher, probably 80 to 85%. And the 10% to 15% was me having some fun. So YouTube Organic was responsible for 90% of the total revenue of that business. We built the entire thing without any paid ads. We tried and failed miserably. This is a story for another video where I spent a few $100,000 between agencies and ads, didn't make any of it back. I'm not exaggerating, not a penny, and spent multiple 6 figures on ad spend and agencies to get our paid funnel to work. And it did not work. What worked was YouTube, and I've mastered this process over the years, and this is what we're laying out here. So that's just a little backstory for that. I'll make a video on that later. That's a very interesting story. But for now, we'll just gloss over that. And we did all of this through simply publishing YouTube videos following this exact process that I'm about to outline for you in this video here today. So now let's dive into the fun stuff. So first, we're going to get into the 3 types of videos. There are only 3 videos that you ever need to publish if you're an info business owner, a coach, or a consultant. And this is what a lot of people get wrong, is that they think they need to publish all these kinds of videos. They got, video A, video B, video C. You're testing this video, doing this kind of scheduling, this kind of thumbnail process, this kind of intro process, this kind of scripting, this kind of editing, and this jump cut, and this thing. All of that stuff is great if you want to just build a big audience. The problem is that if you are trying to attract sophisticated, up the value chain, high ticket buyers, or even just any kind of info buyers, it could be a $500 product, a $1,000, a $50,000 product, they're not interested in your editing. They're not interested in the random thumbnail you did. They care about the expertise you're providing in the content. Just like you watch this video right now, I'm not blowing you at the editing style. I'm not trying to suck you in with extra retention tactics. I'm here to give you information and value and experience that I have had, so you can either A, learn from it, or B, avoid the mistakes that I made. That's the clear point of actually creating YouTube videos that attract buyers. So we figured out through testing this rigorously that you only need 3 videos. One is a pillar video, then you have an extension video, and you have an outlier video. These 3, literally, here it is, pretty messy. These 3 videos are the only videos that you ever need if you actually want to sell info, coaching, any of that kind of stuff. You literally need no other videos. So let's dive into what these each are here, and I'll zoom out a little further. So if I get into these videos, we have the pillar videos here first. So pillar videos think of these as the large frameworks that you teach. So you need to choose the 3 to 6 big concepts or frameworks to use in your niche. These could be any big idea. So I'll show you an example that we used for years in ours that was kind of our pillar videos and our flagship videos to sell, literally add them through attributed revenue and just through big tracking we've done. We have many videos that have attributed $1 million+ in revenue from a single video, because it is a pillar to our expertise in our niche and our unique way of doing it. So think of these as the core ideas that you have built your expertise on. These are your signature ideas, the ones that qualify you to be an expert in your niche, and they give you an insane amount of confidence. So amount of confidence in yourself and confidence to your prospects that are watching the video. This is my version of pillar video right now. So you're watching this in real time. This video here is pillar video number 1 of a whole bunch more that I'll be doing here on the channel. But this is the one that's made to be your signature idea. What is your unique aim here? So you want to leave them thinking, I've never heard anyone explain it like this before. Uniqueness and expertise wins here. This is like fundamental, that you're not just trying to get someone to follow a way that's generic. You want to be, why are you unique? Why should they listen to you versus someone else? And you'll notice on YouTube, you tend to gravitate towards people that are unique and that are different. And this is why. This is the process to why. So I'm going to show you an example of what we did here. And this is one of our most popular videos we found on the channel. So right here is basically our keyword, our main keyword / our main idea or topic of our entire industry. So this is the blogging SEO niche, how to start a profitable blog in 2025, free course on YouTube. Cool. So this is an hour and basically a 2-hour video. This one has 200,000 views, 600+ comments, and this is our flagship video. So right here, this single video, and we've had a few of these videos here, this one I know is attributed more, but some of these are a little bit less than this revenue. This was done over $1 million in revenue from this single video. So we've sent lots of other YouTube videos we sent to this video, and this is our flagship video. Someone comes to our channel, they come in through other videos, they see this video. This is like, wow, 2 hours of full expertise, soup to nuts, very minimal steps skipped at all. And this shows our expertise in our unique way. Now, the title may seem more generic, but the concepts in the video is breaking down the fundamental frameworks that we use in our programs, we use in our teaching with our clients and with our customers. This is where that is being showcased. Think of this as like the giant educational sales pitch for all of our programs and coaching. There's nothing held back. There's literally zero holdbacks in this entire thing. The free line has been moved tremendously in this video. And this is what a pillar video should look like. So we have a bunch of, I'll show some more examples here, but this is a flagship one here we use for a long time. It has a ton of engagement, still gets views to this day, and it's drove a ton of revenue. So let's go. That is a pillar video. And when it comes to a pillar video, it's not just one. It's you do one on different topics. Each pillar, like we have how to start a blog, other ones of ours, actually just show an example. So you have how to start a blog is one. We'll go to this most popular here just to show like some more ones here. If I do this here, if I were to start a blog in 2025, this is what I would do. Again, same concept, 40 minutes, similar title. We were following a different title strategy, but this one is the same kind of concept. Another one would be how to start a blog in 2024. So here's right here, hour long, 260,000 views. How to make money blogging in 2024 is a little bit shorter, 250,000 views there. And then we have the one there, an hour. And then some other ones would be affiliate marketing course, 150,000. keyword research tutorial. Again, pillar video, pillar idea of our industry. So this was blogging, SEO, affiliate marketing, passive income. Think of those things. These are the top piece of content in there. Our top ideas in there. We got another one here. Link building, 130 minutes, 118,000 views. You start to get the idea here. And these are SEO course for beginners, hour long here, 100,000 views. Starting to see how these pillar videos are kind of the foundation of all the marketing, all the brand positioning, all the expertise is getting laid out between these types of videos that we call our pillar videos. So you have this in your niche here. I'm just showing an example that we use that is verified. I can know for a fact that these videos crush at driving actual leads or turning viewers into leads and sales. So let's get back here. That covers pillar videos. The video number 2. So what do you have? You have pillar videos. Well, you think about it, I can't literally just have 6 videos on my channel. Like, how the hell is that going to work? You're right. So we have a pillar video. Let's say you have a video like I showed you here. This one here is an hour or 2 hours almost. So out of this 2-hour video, there is an unbelievable. So there's like getting traffic is one section here. And then we have finding monetizable content. And then we have search intent mastery. And then we have content assembly lines. They're all like terms that we coined over the years. Blog monetization. What else we got? What things are cool? So these topics here, each one of these are going to be the next videos. So monetizable content could be a title. Something on search intent, getting traffic. So these are all going to be the extension videos. So you have pillar, like we talked about here. Let me zoom out again. Go back up. You have right here, we have pillar, extension, outlier. So the pillar there. And as we go down, let's go into the next ones, which are going to be the extension videos if this loads, right? All right. The deep dive in each specific part of your pillar video concepts. These will make up the majority of your videos. Every extension video is designed to turn a viewer into a buyer because you're showing them the specifics. This is not where you hold back as you go into vivid detail. So the pillar video, you go into vivid detail, but you can only go so much detail on every single topic. This is not like you could do a 10-hour video. I don't recommend it because the quality will start to suffer here. What I recommend is you touch on the details in the pillar video, but in the extension video, you get into the weeds of that topic. So a 10 to 30 minute video, or even a 5 to 15 minute video, depending on your niche, you get real specific and real efficient on how to go through that one type of thing you're teaching them. So that's an extension video, which are one of these. So again, the goal is turning viewers into buyers or showing them your depth of knowledge and expertise. I drink a Diet Coke here. Let's get into this one. So we have this one. You shouldn't start a blog in 2025 unless, so this is like a little bit of a contrarian take video. This is based off of like feedback from videos / jumping off points of like, think of an extension, like you got pillars and it's extension off the pillar. So we kind of gathered a lot of this data. So, or a lot of insights. So we have here AI we're talking about, choosing the right niche, wrong types of content. This is like a contrarian take video that we learned that it's an extension of through our content and through our feedback we got from the content, teaching what you shouldn't do. So here's how to do it. Here's a video of what you should avoid. Another one would be, I'll even find out what I'm doing in real time. So this was a good one. And then I'll do, let's see, are the videos popular? Just make it easier. Let's go to, great. So 5 high ticket affiliate programs here. So this is a great example. We talk a lot about affiliate marketing in that brand. We did a lot of this. So 5 high ticket affiliate programs is a good example. Or we did an affiliate marketing tutorial video as the main outline one here, as the main pillar video. This one would be the extension video. Perfect. So then we have another one here. Let's go, we'll go back one. And then I want to show you this one. If I do, right here, we have how to write the perfect blog post in 2025. So another good example. In the blogging SEO world space, you have the next round. Once you have maybe your niche or something else select, you have to actually write the post. So that's the next detail. We can include all that in one video. So you did a 30-minute video separate. So you can start to see how this, like, if you ever thought about, I'm going to run out of ideas or content, this is how you never run out of content. This is exactly how you're able to keep the ideas going. If you have six extension videos, like, let me just go over here and write a little bit. If we have 6 of these, zoom over here. So if we have 6 extension videos, or 6 pillars, so 6 pillar. Terrible handwriting. Great. So you have 6 of these. This could be at least, we have 6 pillars. You'd have 3, 1, 2, 3 extensions there. 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So we have basically literally like 9 videos come out of these 6 pillars at least. Could be a little bit more. You could have 1 or 2 in each pillar. It really depends on how detailed it is. You gotta think, this is a month's that's a week or a couple weeks worth of content. Another. This is just based off of like having literally 3 to 6 pillar videos on your channel. You have 1, 2, 3, 4 months of content. just based off of having these 6 video ideas. So you don't need nearly as much as you think in order to get a ton of content planned and actually have content that's making you money, getting you views, and getting you leads that you want and ones that actually buy. So let's get into the next one. So after extension videos, we're going to dive into the outlier videos. So in outlier videos, what we have here is the next process here is these are design videos to expand your audience and grow your channel. These are the videos where you'll be reverse engineering other channels in your niche to find what has helped them to grow. Often these videos are done 1 to 2 times per month since they're less focused on conversion, but more focused on getting your channel positioned perfectly within the right algorithm on YouTube. Key point here, growing your channel and getting a position in front of the right viewers is the only goal. So outlier videos are the ones you see a lot of channels make in every niche to grow the channel. The issue is that this is all they do sometimes. You see people only do these types of videos. This is in the entrepreneurship space, I see this a lot in the fitness space as well too, and then in the general YouTuber space. This is a great strategy to grow an audience and channel. Key thing I want you to focus on here, you need to make sure you stay focused on building a channel and getting audience members in your small sub niche. If you don't, you end up getting too broad and it's hard to convert those viewers into buyers. It muddies the channel and it gets you in a weird algorithm on YouTube where you're attracting a bunch of basically unqualified prospects that are just watching, but they're not taking any action. And I've seen this happen to big channels. I've seen this happen in the info and coaching space big time when someone tries to go too big and broad because they want the views. They think that's the way to grow their business from a revenue and a profit standpoint. It is not. So here's how you do outlier videos the right way. So let's do video number 1. Here's an example. This video is based off a video we saw do really, really well from actually Alex Hormozi had a video in 2022. I think it was either early 2022, if I'm correct on this one. And that video, the very same titling structure, not the same content, obviously. The titling structure did really well. I'll break down how to do a future video, but in vidIQ and in looking at the data, this hit on his channel. He had a video titled exactly like this with the same format that had an asymmetric upside of views compared to subscribers. He probably had like 100,000 or less subscribers at the time. This video had like 200,000 or 300,000 views. It's like, ooh, interesting. Like, let me double click on that. Why did this video with this title structure have 3 times the views of subscribers of his channel? That's saying like, whoa, there's like a need for this kind of content, and this structure of the specificity in the way it's structured works. So ours was like, okay, 389 blog posts make me $207,000 per month. Copyright structure, not typical. Whoa, that's a bold claim. 389 when this is all accurate too. If you have bigger the claims, the better you can do. 389 blog posts, maybe $207,000 per month. This is between the site or the blog we had was doing this was 389 posts were currently live, and it was making around $207K per month at the time. And this was the structure this is like the structure we did for the actual blog posts themselves. So this was how we were able to have an outlier video. This did extremely well. This brought us probably the most amount of subscribers to the channel to date from this particular video. So from like a single video bringing in subs, this is the one that took on like the most by far. Out of that there, another one we did, which is similar title structure. This one's a transformational one. So your blog's first 90 days, exactly what to do. So this is a great beginner video. This is like a step-by-step, almost like selling them on our process, but it's also algorithmically, we saw a lot of channels like your first 90 days, like weight loss. It could be your diet's first 90 days, your new business, your whatever, fill the blank thing. We found this a trend a couple, maybe in like, this is probably early 2022 again, 23 maybe. And what we saw here is that this is what people want. They wanted a step-by-step blueprint. There's just like, do this, then this, then this, like kind of outlining what the 90 to whatever the length of the structure could be. It could even be a first year. And what we found is that this farm worked really well. This got us 200,000 views, tons of comments, tons of all that stuff. And this video did exceptionally well for us. So again, another video here. We have 2 of these outliers. We have tons in the channel. I'll actually try to find a couple more here, just kind of break it down because this is quite important. Let's go with popular ones here. We had Watch Those 90 Days. The guy with thumbnails transformational, 389 blog posts. We also had this guy blog posts makes me 5,000 per month. What's another one? Let's see here. Pay for $100 with affiliate marketing. So these are again more things we've modeled off other channels, because if you're looking on YouTube, you want to find a blueprint of what's working in your niche directly, adjacent niches, and I call them shoulder niches, like just like things that are like related but not the same as you, depending on how big your niche is. And that way you're not just copying competitors and people, you're going outside. Another one is how to make it specific, how to make $311 a day with banner ads. Steal this. Again, this is from I don't know what channel. We got it from another business channel, not in our like shoulder niche of us, general internet business here, but we brought it down to blogging, SEO, passive income, affiliate marketing type of strategies, and we copy pasted in there. So that was our way of doing it. So these are the way I view outlier videos to grow your channel, and they will also be very good for getting good viewers and subscribers and all that stuff, but they'll also be fantastic at growing from the channel. So now we have 3 videos covered. We have zoom out here. We have got, let me load this here, pillar, extension, and outlier. And if you're watching this here, stay tuned to the channel because I'll be making more videos on each of these. So I'll have I'll exactly practice what I preach here. I will have a full extension video on pillar videos, on extension videos, and on outlier videos, breaking those down in detail here. But this was the high level view. I went into detail, but not vivid detail. Vivid details reserved for the extension videos, because that's where like someone's looking for how to do a pillar video from A to Z. I'm not going to do that in this video. We're already 20 minutes in. I'm not going to do that in this video. We'll talk about the other stuff. This is the pillar video to show my expertise, my experience, my track record, pitfalls, all this stuff. That's what this video is for. So now, what I'm waiting for. We've talked about the videos, but now let's talk about the money. How the hell do we actually make this money? Where the fuck did it come from? So let's get to that part now. If I go over here, we have the sales process. So this is where we kind of perfected. So our business was interesting. It was almost a business disguised as like a YouTuber. So we created this character of Adam Enfoy. So Adam in real life is much more introverted. He's much quieter. He's not a super, like, he's not trying to be an internet character. That wasn't really his life goal. But we knew that YouTube was going to be the way to get the most efficient way to grow this business without grinding away, without having super high costs, and giving us, the owners, the most amount of take-home profit is possible. It worked. And we knew that the sales processes was going to be all the magic, because we didn't want to have to get 2, 3, 4,000 views per video. We never did. These are the ones I showed you were the outlier videos, or outliers in terms of the views we got. We never had to worry about going viral. We never had to worry about what's the next video that's going to get 50,000 views in a week. We didn't need that. 3, 4, 5,000 videos in the first week or 2 or month. And then if it got views over time, great. That's how we built the whole damn business. So lead generation is number one goal of YouTube. From YouTube, we were able to generate over 150,000 leads from that single channel. So that channel you just saw, the Adam Enfoy channel I'm going to show you, generated 150,000 email leads. So name email leads into and a lot of phone numbers too, into our CRM. This is the focus we wanted, the very simple model. One funnel, one avatar, one offer. That's all we did. We focused all of our effort on this exact model. So we didn't worry about having 3 different, we tried this. We tried having like different videos for different products, all that. It didn't work. What worked was the one funnel, one avatar, one offer approach, because it makes the whole channel be cohesive together. My favorite word is coming up here. I'll tell you is it harmonizes it, which is, we'll get into how that ties into YouTube. And I know this is obvious, but let me explain why it's worked so well. Like this is the classic like info marketer or like internet business entrepreneurship advice, is like the one avatar, one funnel, one offer to 1 million, or whatever the hell the thing is. But like with YouTube, it's actually more true, because your channel needs to be cohesive. You can't have your channel be scattered. You can't have your brand identity be all over the place. Those are the channels that have lots of views, subscribers, but they could get 1 million views and make $5,000 or 100 or even less, because they don't have cohesiveness of what they're talking about. For years and years, we spent all the traffic to this specific offer, which I will show you in a second. And this allowed us to stay hyper-focusing, create harmonization between every video, the channel, and our offer. The goal is to create harmonization across your business. My original mentor, Matt Kalan, he's actually the founder of Bioptimizer, is a really big supplement company. He was actually, when I first started in anything online, I was working with one of his portfolio companies back in the day called Guitar Control. And this was an info business selling DVDs, teaching hobbyists how to play guitar. We were shipping $97 DVDs from a warehouse. Like, this is like old school time. But this is in 2015, 2014, 15 time frame. And Matt would always tell me about the goal of marketing is to create harmonization within business. How do you create a harmony between marketing, sales, fulfillment, branding, content, videos, all this stuff, ads? That's the goal. So in the leads, you're trying to create harmonization across the board. And that was our entire goal. So there's 2 ways to approach this. We did what I'm going to talk about, the front end funnels where we had the most success. We're going to get into, I'll get into what it looked like here in a second, but there's 2 ways to do this. If you are a B2C / not necessarily a B2B, if you're only high ticket business, we're going to talk about the call funnel, which is over here on this track to the right. You can't see yet, but if you're a B2C, or like this is a lot of our experiences in, B2C, BizOp, could be fitness, a lot of other things. This works great. So front-end product can range from $27 digital product, $99 a month community, $1,000 course, $2,000 course, one-on-one consulting calls. They could be all sorts of different things that are like a front-end funnel, like a front-end offer. We had the most success for us personally testing all this stuff at $1,000 course plus community. It was the most efficient way for us to turn a viewer into a buyer with a huge LTV on the back end, which we'll get into later. But this was our most efficient way by far, hands down. We made millions and millions and millions of dollars doing this. At some points, we're even having $10,000 to $15,000 evergreen days organically on $1,000 courses for many, 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 many months in a row. That was the reality of this channel. Seems kind of crazy. We'd get a video to get literally 5,000 views that would make $5,000, literally just right through there. And then those buyers, front-end buyers, were turned into back-end buyers later. And we'll get into that in this video and in future videos as well too. But this is a huge part of our success. The comment I want to say, this funnel works much better in B2C markets, BizOp, we were fitness, relationships, etc. There is the B2B / high ticket side of those industries as well too. But if you are selling to consumers, I personally find that you want to start with this funnel can work really, really well. Call funnel can too. But if you have cheaper products, you have courses and stuff like that, this is a great way to start. If you're to be set of any niche, the call funnel better for you, which we'll focus. This is where I'm focused right now. So right now, for this video here you're watching, the call to action is not going to be to buy a $97 thing. It's going to be to apply to work with us one-on-one to help you actually implement the system into your business. So that's very different because I'm not working with someone for $27 or $99 a month. You get the point. So from the front end offer, we turn these people into a massive LTV through ascension and retention. So once someone buys from your front end products, this is where the fun begins. This is where the raving fans are made. Let me explain with our example that made $3 million of back end revenue, and I can back all this up here. So this is where we have a front end product, you can ascend them and retain them. So let's break down to what this looked like for us. So this channel, real easy. Let me zoom here. Add on for channel would go into any kind of video here. Pillar, extension, outlier, makes no difference. Cool. In here, every video was consistent. I'm not exaggerating. You can even check. Every single video goes to whatever offer we're currently we've had to reflavor this offer a handful of times over the years. But we had the same offer. The original offer is called Blog Growth Engine. Site still live today, bloggrowthengine.com. That is the main offer that we ran for almost 4 years with the same landing page, no deviation, and the same content from YouTube, no editing. No editing of that page. And that was how the entire crux of the business was, from that single page to this right here. So from the description box, not 50 links, literally just some of these are sponsored promotional links, but the main thing is just the first link is always off to our lander. Again, yours would be different if it was a call funnel, be very different. This is the front end funnel. We used to name an email. It was very basic to our audience, to our avatar, which we would get into through avatar alignment, which I'll talk about that in other videos. Our avatar wanted name and email. Our buyers of this were a little more unsophisticated. So this is a BizOp market where we call this our customer, Nancy from Nebraska. She was like a 50-year-old lady looking for early retirement, trying to make an extra $2,000 to $5,000 a month from a blog, because you didn't have to put her face on it. It was a little more faceless in that way. And that way she could supplement her retirement. So she wasn't trying to get 50 grand a month. She wasn't trying to get rich. She wasn't trying to buy fucking designer shit and fancy cars. She was trying to just make a little bit of extra money to supplement her retirement. So we dialed in all the marketing, all the harmonization was honed in on that. So here you have this. And this lander went to this VSL / training / VSL webinar kind of thing. And this was where we made all the money. This was it. This whole funnel. There's nothing else. This was a button to basically a sales page that regurgitated the same info, and there was just a cart. It was that simple. We made $1,000 sales all day long through here. And where did they go? So from here, they went to this. So this is our community and product. So this is where all of the magic went down. I used to call it Blog Growth Engine. We just kept the same group. This group has, our programs had a little more than 6,000, but this one here specifically has 4,800 members. This group was where all the retention and ascension came from. This is why this is so important from YouTube. Took them from YouTube. The funnel was up here, YouTube, and then down into our communities and products here, which you see on the screen. And this is where we created raving fans. In this part here, this is where the YouTube is so powerful. YouTube creates the fans, the engagement, the trust. Then they buy from you. Then they become raving fans. And they're still watching your videos, and they're in your community and your content, watching your courses. If it's B2C, B2B could be a little bit different. But if you're B2C, this is massive. And then from here, we were able to do a lot. So we had an ascension product here, retention product here. So this was a Agent Growth Accelerator was a product, how to start an SEO agency we launched, did 6 figures to our from this group, sold into this group, started doing school posts and a few emails. This YouTube Growth Engine was our teaching how to grow a YouTube channel. So not like what I'm showing you here, but how to like be a YouTuber more per se for beginners, like make a few $1,000 doing that. That made multiple six figures in just a couple of launches. Like literally just make a course, launch the group, literally $300,000 to $400,000 in profit. You can see 441 people, and there's like 400 grand plus in revenue. And then this Uncut University start recurring product. This was like $100 a month, so 25-ish thousand a month here in retention product. All of these sales, like 90+% of these sales for these products, all came from. No, I'm going to launch a new product, 160 members. So this is called 100-ish K, 100+ K revenue here. Ascension again. None of these buyers were people that were from random videos or random emails. All these buyers came from YouTube, through our funnel, down our community and product, and into other offers. So as we had there. Now, let's get into what else happens. Here's where the big dollars came from here. So this year accumulates about $1 million. If I add all this together, these are products about $1 million here, give or take, in Ascension and retention revenue. But where did the other $2 million come from? Came from high ticket. So what happened here is because we had this group so dialed in and such raving fans from this group, this single post we did, this is actually me posted this in the group. This is, I don't remember when exactly, but this was the post that basically built an entire high ticket business from a single post. So no matter what it says here, this is just a call to action post. And you want to hear notice there's 500 comments on this thing, 500 comments, 165 likes here. This post was the kickoff of what turned into our high ticket ascension program of 269 people, or like call 250 in here, 250 in a bit or whatever, some team members and stuff in there. This did right there 1.8 million top line, and then did like $1 million. We had a lot of expenses in this, just for like commissions and some profit sharing and shit like that. The cost of it was over $330,000. So this is a gross profit of $1.5 million from this single group. So this one group to high ticket ascension was a 1.5 million gross profit part of the business that we had on top of the $1 million we had from all the stuff over here. That was also mostly pure profit from all these retention and ascension products over here. So if you zoom out here, this architecture we just had here of right here, you can see from, draw a little bit here, from here over to here into these videos down, and then all this stuff here allowed us to literally have an extra $3 million in back-end revenue because we decided to treat YouTube seriously, and we decided that YouTube is going to be the way that we're going to get raving fans and customers that will buy over and over again. Great. So now Colin, you're thinking, okay, well, I am in B2B, or I do high ticket. I only sell 5K plus products or more. Great. I do coaching or consulting. Perfect. I'm in B2B sales or whatever the hell you do. Great. How does this apply to me then? Great question. The other funnel, which is the one you're in right now. So everything I'm doing is practicing as I'm preaching. So I'm not selling you a front end offer here. This is what I'm showing you with that business we have was done millions of dollars doing that way. This business here that you're watching right now, this is for a call funnel. So this is ideal for B2B and high ticket offers. So if your business, you could be in a B2C market, but if you only do high ticket offers, which I have some examples here to show you, then you should go 100% go to a call funnel. This is the easiest way to do it. This is where YouTube shines. Let me explain what examples first. So I'm going to go over to these examples. I got to the right here. So we've got 4 channels here. One here is in the B2C. It's a B2C market. So Jeffrey Sateshwan, if I pronounced that right, I don't know. I've been following this guy for years, actually. Very smart dude. He's been doing these videos since 2020, since like maybe mid 2020. And since then, he has had a multi 6-figure per month business selling a one program for, I think it's like between $3,000 and $6,000. And all he does is make YouTube videos, get people to this masterclass here, this case study video he has here, book a call. That's it. He's been doing 6 figures a month in profit for 5 years with the same webinar. Yep, same webinar. No crazy funnels, no ads, no Instagram, no TikTok. He literally just does YouTube videos here, builds massive trust at the micro level. He only has 70,000 subscribers. He gets probably 2,000 to 6,000 views per video, just like we did. He gets less views than we did by a lot. And he's able to generate multiple 6 figures a month in profit doing this. Let's go to some bigger names. One bigger name, Charlie Morgan, same thing. You've probably seen him on YouTube talking like agency and client type stuff. That's his niche. And he does all of this. He's writing lots of ads, lots of content, but his YouTube channel has become the hub for nurturing leads, taking all the paid traffic, having a place to send it, having a place to build trust. And then from there, All the qualified calls get booked and they sell high ticket only. They don't have any low ticket products. Everything in their entire business goes to a high ticket funnel. So they're selling to a mixture of businesses and consumers as well too, but they're only high ticket, just like Jeffrey is only high ticket. So they're not doing all the front end stuff and $27 thing. They're going right to the calls. Charlie T down here, he talks about meta ads for a lot of e-com brands, but also some info and coaching stuff. We've actually worked with this guy. It's super smart. He is really focused on getting people to see his expertise through his videos. Again, micro channel, booking tons of high ticket calls, doing 6 figures a month, do high ticket and even some lower front end offers. He's kind of like combining the two, but again, killing it in the business without having all these fancy stuff. And then obviously we have Cole Gordon here as an example. This is more of like a branding / showing you how his expertise. They're spending a ton of money in ads, ton of brand reputation, ton of like client success stories, like a very polished and refined product and offering. But from here though, this is the place where you're able to build his brand. He's able to nurture all the paid traffic. So if you see an ad from him, like, who the fuck is this guy? You go to YouTube. Our brands all do this. You go to Instagram, you go to YouTube, you look for the content. You want to dive a little bit deeper. So if they're selling something for 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, $100,000, these videos are showing his expertise, his unique ways of approaching sales, approaching recruiting, approaching marketing, approaching info business, whatever it is. This is a massive, massive way that they're going to build trust, build raving fans, and turn them into high ticket clients. So that is the call funnel. Let me break down those few examples. I'm going to go back here. The drink here. All right. So last part there, when we dive into this, we'll start to tie a bow in this video. The number one way to build trust and trust from a stranger to high ticket buyers from having them consume your long YouTube content. It builds credibility through public content, everybody sell, webinar, etc. The key thing is that it's a public forum. When something is a public forum, I can't stress how different that is. If something is out on the internet for everybody to see, it changes the full perspective. If it's behind a paywall, behind a gate, behind an email, it's like, this is now sacred content. This is now, it's like it's tainted a little bit because it's not free for everyone to consume. It's not in the public forum. People can leave comments, their own suggestions, their own opinions. This is where YouTube shines. And this is so, so important for any high ticket business. Allows people to see your authentic or raw version of you. Like this. I've been taking drinks to Diet Coke. I've been chilling here on the desk. You probably just see my apartment behind me. You see me mess up. I had to cough a couple of times. I'm talking quickly. I'm swearing. I'm like, I'm wearing a tank top. This is like the authentic side. This is not me in some studio with a fancy shirt on and a fucking fancy watch and all this kind of stuff. Sure, there's one part for that. But where YouTube really shines is you being authentic, you being raw, being yourself. This is where the platform shines. And this is what turns people to relate to you. This is what turns someone from a viewer into a buyer, from a consumer of just content and getting interested into being a raving fan over time. As an aside, this makes your ads work significantly better, especially if your brand or offer is due to the market. So we are heavily into paid traffic. I'm running lots of ads right now currently myself. This is a big part of the business. However, I don't have a big brand like Tony Robbins. If you're Tony Robbins, you can run ads without content because he has a massive legacy brand. Every niche has these massive figures in your niche. You know the person. You see their ads because they're actually celebrities, like in the real capital C celebrities, not internet celebrities. And when you have those in your niche, you are one of those people you can just run ads without having to do videos and shit because you already have a lot of content out there or your name is just a big name. But every niche also has the expert and micro audience, and the channels that get even 500 or 1,000 views a video while running paid traffic makes a massive difference that you would not even suspect. So this is a huge like positive lift here that you get from making videos like this. And it's the only platform that allows you to share your expertise in a long form way, no matter your niche, fitness, relationship, business, gardening, whatever. You can do any type of content. You can do long form video. We're a screen recording right now. You can do video where I'm vlogging on the phone, storytelling, coding. You could do in the gym. Like there's literally there's no limits to what you can do with a YouTube video, whereas podcasting is mostly audio. Shorts and reels are you're like condensing the time, vertical. There's like so many constraints where YouTube has no constraints. You can create any type of content you need to turn someone from a viewer to a buyer. Key part there. And everything in your entire channel leads to one place and one place only, your call funnel. This is harmonization. Everything ties the fuck together. They're watching your videos and there's one place to go. We did this with our BDC business. Every video went to one place. Everything on the channel went to different videos and then one single funnel every time. That is how we were able to create harmonization. We weren't distracting people. People knew us for one thing, blog growth engine, then product, the offer changed names. Same thing though. That was because you created this harmonization. We created this brand identity and we created trust from viewers that turned them into buyers and then into raving fans and then buying all of our stuff, creating a massive, massive LTV and a shitload of profit. So there it is there. That is me breaking down this entire thing. as we breaking down, this is literally the exact process that we use to make $7.7 million. It's actually over 10, but this is screenshots I had to show, and I just wanted to put this on here. It's a little more specific, which we'll talk about in another video about why you want to have specificity in your content creation and your YouTube videos. But this literally made us 8 figures in revenue, almost 8 figures in profit. And this is all from using a single channel. I'm talking about, this is not Instagram stuff. This is not TikTok stuff. This is literally just in this single strategy that I showed you here to create all these products and all this revenue. So what do we do from here? What is going on next here? So let me go down here to the last part of this. The next step. So if we are 40 minutes in this video, and if you are an info business owner, coach, or consultant, you want us to build this out, this exact super organic system into your business. You're already doing a bare minimum of like 10 to 20,000 a month. There could be exceptions if you're under this and you're like coming from a new business, like you're leaving an existing business, coming to a new one, whatever. There's some exceptions to this. And you're willing to commit the next 90 days to work with myself and my team, then we can help you. If you're ready to get started right away, go to the link below this video. You're going to see it apply. You can also DM me on Instagram as well too. It's a couple ways to do this, but should be a link right below this video. So if you're this far, you're definitely interested in learning more. Would love to see if you'd even qualify to work with us, but just click the link down below. And if you're not ready, that's really cool as well. You still want to see some more proof, some more systems, some more extension video stuff, some more selling pillar videos, some more stuff in general. Like, how can the system work for my business? It's really cool. Just stick on the channel because I'll be publishing a lot more content, videos multiple times a week for as long as we're going to be doing this here, which is going to be a very, very long time. So this is what I want you to do next. And all you have to do is, if you're really, really serious, you already have an existing coaching business, info business, or consulting firm, click the link down below to apply to work with us, and we can definitely help you put this into your business over 90 days. And if you're just getting started, or you're just here to learn or kind of get a little more information, subscribe to the channel, stick around, and I'll see you in the next video.